that Evertune would come in real handy right now. It's getting super fucking annoying. Well, my dad played guitar, so I was kind of always around music growing up. He had an acoustic guitar, my mom had a classical, so they both played. I've kind of always wanted to make a career out of it, and I just thought it was cool to watch that. I was like, well, I want to do that, but I want to do that in front of like thousands of people. That would be so cool to do that. I want to do what they do, but like what they do. That's just that's the inspiration. So like to take it to the next level just kind of like became stepping stones for there. And
was there just like an easy decision, like I have to get a studio in my basement? Like what led you to decide like I want to put a studio in my basement?
There's a story with that. This is my studio, so I don't even know where to start. There's a big computer behind everything. I'm using Persona Studio One. That's my DAW, and we're going into a Persona Studio 1824C 8-channel interface, and I've got a Behringer ADA 8200 extension on that, so I have up to 16 channels. I have an LA 610 compressor and tube pre, my Line 6 splitter for monitoring, DI box, dark glass B7K bass preamp, and a radial reamp box. For all my solo stuff, I'm using my LTD 7-string here. It's an MH417B baritone scale. I'll use this bass, my Reverend Michel Nedegello signature. I have no idea if I pronounced that right at all. And then I got some other crap like for fun, the ukulele stuff. I got 2 studio amps. I've got a PV5152 black letter and then a Mesa Boogie dual rack, and then my 2 cabinets that I record out of. They're just birch cabinets, 412s with vintage 30s. Going back to the first time I've ever stepped foot in a studio, this is like 12 years ago. So we won a battle of the bands, and we needed to record music. None of us had any kind of real recording, and we didn't know what we were doing. Our other guitar player at the time, he recommended we go to House Street Music. We were just instrumental, so it was just like, all right, we're gonna do 4 songs, we're gonna record them live. I don't know anything about this, so he just kind of walked us through the process, set everything up. Seeing like your music being recorded professionally for the first time, that like got me, and I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this all the time. So it was like a really like uplifting and empowering feeling to be in a studio. Every time like I've gone back to a pro studio, like I've been building into mine and learning more, and that's what got me closer to like wanting to do recording. And then I think it was after I worked at Music Around, like having actual like to sat down and learned how it actually works. I could not figure it out previously with an interface for some reason, but now I understand it like the back of my hand, how to set up just a basic recording setup. From there on out, it just blew up to like, I have a full-blown studio in my basement now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I guess from an audience standpoint, I feel like there's more musicians than fans maybe on the local level scene. It feels that way at least, and I don't know if it's just like bad marketing or just nobody's getting their word out properly, but it doesn't seem like there's a way we can reach those fans. Like there's a disconnect. It's some kind of weird. Like for instance, like I'm in the metal scene, so you go to like a Lamb of God show and it's at the Rave Ballroom and it's completely sold out, and you're just like, there are thousands of people here. And then you try doing your own show and you're maybe 15 people, and it seems to be like a regular thing. Maybe it's because we suck, maybe it's because the bands suck, or maybe because nobody hears about it or cares. I don't know. like on my days off, like I'll spend upwards of 8 to 10 hours just doing my own thing, you know, unless I'm just completely exhausted. I'm like, after work, I'm coming down in this basement, I'm in my studio and I'm working on something, whether it's another, like a solo for a guest, or a guest solo for a project, or it's working on my own stuff in the neighborhood of like 20 to 30 extra hours on top of working. To balance my schedule, there's no partying, like hardly any partying. I don't hang out with friends like I used to. It's just a lot of like, go to work, come down here after work, do the thing, sleep, repeat. Sometimes I do go to shows and stuff, but like, I mean, there's tons of bands I want to catch and I can't catch all of them. I get invites all the time and I'd like to make it to all of them, but I've got things to do. Last year, I think we played 38 or 40 shows, and like we're practicing and then we're playing, and then it's a lot of traveling, and it takes a lot of time. At like, if it's an hour drive, like that's the furthest. If we're playing till bar close, then you know, getting home at 3 in the morning and going to bed at 3:30, and then I got to be up by 8:39 to get to work by 10. Before 10 so I can open the store. So getting 4.5, 5.5 hours of sleep max after getting home, yeah, that late. Otherwise, yeah, if we're playing like bar close, then especially if we're up in Wausau, like, you know, 3 hours away, then it's find someone we know up there, crash at their place, wake up at 6 in the morning and drive for 3 hours to get back into town to do work the next day. It can get kind of grueling. But just got to push for what you love doing and make do with what you got.